話を見直してください。ポトーカスタディ。
Trend that's been happening over the last, I'd say, God, give or take, the last 5 years, and it's every male in their, I would say, 16 or like mid-teens, mid to late teens to early 20s, needing an adult male role model. Like they didn't grow up with fathers. So they start looking on the internet, which is the worst. Mind you, the internet is the worst fucking place to try and find an internet dad. I don't know why you'd need a father figure in your life because it's weird that you can't just grow and be a better person by just, lo and fucking behold, being a better person. No. That's not how we do it around here. We have to go on the internet, look up creators who will give us life advice, who will tell us to clean our room, to wash our balls, to invest money into things. And for some reason, people will shill out money to these creators. And obviously the creators I'm talking about are the likes of Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, anybody who claims to be a self-help guru for young men trying to find their way. Obviously, MGTOW has been around for a while, but if you take MGTOW seriously, that's odd. That's odd that you would take MGTOW seriously, thinking that now, because you put a label onto, if you put a label onto your, the way you live your life, you're now a MGTOW. You're going your own way. You're a man doing your own thing in a world that wants you to be oppressed by women, to do what they say, to not follow your own way, which is, no. You should do that to begin with. You shouldn't need a significant other. If you find a female companion, then yes, go right ahead. More power to you. But infringing a way that says, I don't need a woman. I am strong man. I am masculine man. I am powerful man. Hear me roar. Here, see me build cabin with bare hand. Use tools. That really doesn't make you stand out. That just kind of makes you seem like a caveman that doesn't want to advance with the rest of society. Now, has masculinity gone down in the last 2 decades? I say no. Masculinity hasn't really gone down. It's more or less, we're giving people who are embracing their femininity more, we're giving them more light. And that's the issue, is we want these big, strong, masculine men that we were raised with in media. These big men who would shoot down airplanes, who would save the damsel in distress, who would give their lives for anybody. But as we have progressed as a society, we have realized not everybody is worth saving. Not everybody is worth saving. Not everybody is worth putting our own life on the line just to prove that we are a man. I hate to tell everybody this. Not every person is worth being a man over. And, of course, that follows if we're talking about masculinity being dissolved in the last 20 years. I'm just giving a general area of 20 years. If we go over that, we obviously have to talk about the increase of females taking on major men roles that men have held a lot of the time, which they have. And I can't deny that. But the argument that feminism is taking over the world, it's, again, the problem is a lot of people are focusing way too much on the negatives of everything. They're focusing on men becoming more feminine, women becoming more masculine. And it's an issue, obviously, yes. But if we would just focus on ourselves as human beings, instead of trying to be what the world wants us to be, that's the major problem. We focused on ourselves anymore as a society. We are focused way too goddamn much on what everybody else is doing. This man is staying at home, taking care of his children while his wife is out at work. He's a little faggot. He's a faggot who takes care of his kids. He's not a man. He doesn't go out and chop wood. He doesn't do what everybody else wants him to do. How dare he? How dare he not work 70 hours a week, come home with blisters the size of fucking bowling balls on his heels? How dare he make his wife work. She should be in the kitchen, sucking his cock and making him dinner. That's not the way of the old. We no longer want the day of the old. That's the issue. I've talked to Deadman of VT Network about this multiple times. We are continuing it as a society. And of course, things are going to change. Most of the time, people are saying that change is for the worse. But change is one thing that will never change. It will always happen. So yes, men and women will change. The gender roles will swap. They will forever swap. If you want to stay focused on that, then be my guest and stay where you're at. You know, stay in the small confines of how the world was back in the 50s and 60s when everybody was so concerned with the newest war or the newest craze that was going on. Which, come to think of it, that's still actually what's kind of happening today too. We're worried about the next big apocalyptic event that's coming because we've had the train derailments. We've had, I mean, if you look at it this way, President Biden, I don't see it that way because it's a president. We're gonna have a dumb fucking office, anyways. We're just gonna how much dumb shit has happened. Focusing so much on needing guidance through your life because you cannot figure out how to do it is shocking. And it's not only men that are looking for a figure on the internet. It's also women. But they have a lot smaller like niche area to go with because there's not a lot of women like big feminists that are prominent in the scene that will stand out and talk about it. I noticed there's feminists on TikTok and Twitter and all social media. There always is. None of them are as toxically known, if I can put it that way, if that makes sense. None of them are out doing parades or doing live streams or sitting on YouTube saying all men are trash. Okay. that wasn't a woman. That was old Southern man. I can't do it. I can't do a conservative woman or a toxic woman. I haven't practiced enough on that. But you get my drift. There is not enough female representation. That is why pieces of shit men are so out there because we have likes of Ben Shapiro, Nick Fuentes, Jordan Peterson, all of those people, and men are loud when it comes to social media. We are extremely loud when we talk about these people because we want to talk to somebody about it. We want to talk about the life lessons that we've learned from this. I don't support any of these guys because, again, internet dads, our internet father figures are kind of fucking stupid. And then when we get to the internet figures, we see what they create. And, you know, you're obviously going to say, but podcasts, they're not that bad. Those people that do that aren't that bad. And you're thinking, okay, maybe they're not. Maybe that people that follow Andrew Tate or all of them are not bad people. But then you visit social media, you visit the social medias of these people that follow. And you now get videos of people no older than 20-something calling you a brokey. Are you a brokey? Are you sick of not having enough money where you can just wipe your balls with it, throw it at a homeless man and say, here's your life savings. I just wipe my dick with it. Have fun. And those people, I think, are 10 times worse than the ones that are actually just looking for a little bit of guidance. Because they are taking a lifestyle that they know nothing about. The only reason they know it is because obviously they got fucking lucky. They didn't get it because they know the secret to the world. They got out of the matrix. They figured out how to twist and manipulate time and space and reality. And now they're just living their best life, making ukus and bukus and fuck you type of money. No, they're just some retard kids who got lucky, happen to be conventionally good looking. Let's add that. Conventionally good looking on that. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but they are conventionally good looking, so obviously the social media presence is going to skyrocket, it's going to jump up. It's going to jump up. And, you get these people saying, I drop ship, I send stuff to Amazon, I resell stuff. So now I'm making $100,000 a month. What are you doing? You're sitting on Reddit. You're sitting on Twitter. You're not even letting me, be my true self because the Matrix is holding me down. The Matrix, a movie made by two men who just wanted to write a good, sci-fi story. That's what's keeping you down. Did you take the red pill? Yeah, the red pill and the blue pill. That's some bullshit that was started in the Matrix, and then YouTubers picked it up so they could, inflate their views. But yeah, keep using that as a legitimate way of thinking about your life. So I guess we're going to keep this episode short. This is the first one of the season 1 premiere. What I'm saying is, for the love of God, live your own life. Do not follow what society will tell you about what needs to be masculine, what needs to be feminine. Live your own life. If you're a good person, keep going. Keep doing it. That's all you need. You don't need an internet daddy or an internet mommy to tell you how to live perfectly. I promise you, you don't. Because you can survive just as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you just heard, then go follow me on twitter.com/enoughsnuff, instagram.com/podcastdaddy. And remember, if you like what you hear, why don't you go tell me? Go to Apple, go to any podcasting platform, leave a review. Could be 1 star, could be 5 star. You can tell me go fuck myself, or you can tell me I made a good point. I don't care. Leave a review so people know I exist. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a great day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is you're listening to this. Be safe in this fucked up world we live in, and as always, keep your balls clean.